Good morning, tribe. Into something you ain't. Okay, let me come find you. Do you guys love when people send you the wrong message? Good morning, Phil. That's like my favorite thing ever, when people accidentally send me somebody else's message. It's like a glimpse into their life. Is that bad? Am I nosy? But I do it often, not gonna lie. Good morning, Narissa. I send accidental messages to people all the time. Okay, sorry, 1 second. Let me come find you guys. While everybody's rolling in, say hi to me. Let me know where you're from. Close your eyes. Okay, I have found you. Good morning, good morning. Topic this morning. Have you ever, if you guys are anything like me, have you ever just daydreamed, like genuinely daydreaming about picturing what your life would be like if you were on your A game all the time? Like for years, I would just sit there and I would try to picture, good morning. I would try to picture what my life would be like if I was on my A game 24/7. Like if I was really showing up in life the way I wanted to show up, what would my friggin' life look like? What would I feel like? What results would I get? Like I would just try to picture what that would be like. And I would watch myself and I would get so frustrated with myself because I felt smart, right? Like I knew I was smart. I always got, fantastic grades in school, but that wasn't really why I felt smart. I think probably why I felt so smart was because I liked learning, right? So I'm over here in Florida. So I would daydream about what life would look like if the few hours probably a few hours a day. There was like a few hours every day where I would really show up and I would show up big and I would be like living to my fullest potential and I would be on my A game. And the rest of the days I would be daydreaming about what it would be like if I was on my A game all the time. Tell me if you understand. Tell me, let's see, what are we gonna hashtag this? Hashtag genius vibes. So if you long to be on your A game 24/7 and like that's been present on your radar, I'm talking about like being on, like everybody wants to live to their fullest potential if somebody asks them, like nobody would say no. But I mean like it's genuinely been on your radar. Do you know what I mean? Like you think about it, you want to be on your A game, you picture what life would be like if you could be on your A game and you're not showing up to that level. So here's what happened. I'm just gonna tell you guys the complete truth. What happened was, I forgot to share this really quick. Hold on 1 second. And then I'll tell you guys what happened. Literally, I woke up and felt so grateful that I live on my A game 24/7. Now, in that, right, like that's like 24/7. In living life to my A game 24/7, there's days when I just decide like I'm taking a day off, right? Hi, Jess. Oh my God, where in the world are you? Where in the world is Jessica Condi? Do you like my singing? Okay, sorry, distracted. Okay, so I would be desperate and I would be like really, really wanting to be on my A game 24/7. I knew I was smart, but I knew I could become like really smart. Like I knew I had the potential to be someone in this world who was like really smart and left an impact, but the way I showed up was not that way. Oh, all my people are showing up. Hi, Mandy. Hi, Isabella. Say hi in the comments so I can see who's here. Send me some love. If you're on the replay, hashtag replay. If you're new to me, let me know so I can say hi to you. Okay, so like I just had this I was almost like desperate for it. Do you know that feeling like you're just desperate for something to be different? I felt like desperate to be on my A game every day. And like not just every day be on my A game, but like all day, every day, 24/7 be on my A game. It was like, I just felt really desperate for that. I can't, thanks for the hearts. Is that Heather? Who is it? Hi Heather. And hi baby. Good morning. Oh my God, it is Friday, you're right. Do you guys know I never know what day it is? How bad is that? I literally never know what day it is. Yesterday was my brother and my niece's birthday. And I don't even know how I knew it was their birthday. I honestly, because I don't even know what month it is. I'm lucky if I know what year it is. It's just not something I pay attention to. I know the important things happening today. I just don't know what day it is. Yeah, okay. Okay, so where was I at? Okay, a bunch of people just hopped on, so let me recover. I was desperate to feel like I was on my A game and like I was really smart. Like not just like regular smart, but like really fucking smart. Like you see those people and you're like, how did that, like Brene Brown, right? Like I would be like, how does she know all this stuff? Like how does she, like she knows about what's going on in the politics. She knows what's going on with the laws. She knows what's going on in like, you know, the science and the love and the heart-centered stuff. And like, how do you do that? And like, she has a family too. It's not just, you know, like having kids isn't an excuse. And I just didn't understand. I was really confused and not only, and then it was like an extension of how I felt when I was growing up. When I was growing up, how I always felt was like, how do I, yeah, baby T, how do I didn't understand life itself. Like it has progressed and I'm going to, I'm just going to hands down for free tell you guys today how I got to the place where I'm living 24/7 to my potential. And what I'm going to teach you guys today is literally like, it was like I don't even know how to explain it. Like a click went off inside of my body once I understood this and my motivation changed, right? That's the whole thing. We don't want to use our willpower to change. We want to just use our freaking motivation. I don't know about you guys, but I can't willpower my way into doing shit that I don't want to do. I'm quite spunky and I'm just not going to do stuff I don't want to do. I'm a little bit defiant. Maybe there's still a little bit of like, nope, life's been tough enough. I'm not doing that. But I've built my entire On Track for 7 global business, On Track for 7 figures, making stuff really easy because I'm a little bit defiant that way. So what was I telling you guys before this? I wanted to be a genius. I would see how I showed up every single day and it would really piss me off and it would frustrate me. That was stemming from when I grew up, I always felt like I don't understand life. Like, what is the friggin' point of life? I don't get it. I don't understand this whole life thing. Like, I see these people over there and they seem kind of happy and they have money and they have a nice house and their kids are safe and their kids are happy and they're like living life and like, what is it that they have that I don't? Like, I just honestly didn't understand. It was really painful. I mean, when I was younger, I had attempted suicide and stuff like that. Like, I struggled with depression and anxiety and just like a sense of I didn't get it. Like, I didn't get it. I missed the boat. I don't understand. I always felt like I was like running to catch up with everybody. And even when I was like running and sprinting and I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm showing up twice as much as this person, but this person has this like great easy life and I didn't get it. Like, I just didn't freaking get it. And so once I started understanding, once I started healing through some of the trauma and some of the survival mode and I started being around healthier people, one of the things was I was a nanny for other people and being inside of their home and just seeing how healthy people live was really eye-opening for me. It was so different than the home I grew up in and it was a peaceful, you know, high middle class home and it was really interesting for me to learn. So I started like paying attention to that. I started to understand that a little bit. Then I started my business, right? So I started my business once I was like healthy enough to show up at a level that I could start a business and have some level of success. Even though I was still pretty messy, like I still felt pretty fucked up as a human being. So after I went through that phase, it turned into the phase of like, okay, I have a business. I'm showing up as a like proper productive human being in life. At that point I had like, I think 9 years of college under my belt, no degree. I never even got my associate's degree. Anybody else go to 10 years of college and have no degree? My uncle was like, yeah, I know, Narissa, we like, hashtag we're all the same, hashtag human. This is what I know. I love my tribe. So my uncle was like, you should be a doctor by now. And I was like, holy shit, I've gone to school longer than a doctor and I don't even have an associate's degree. It was hilarious. I was bouncing around. But basically what was happening was I was slowly up-leveling, right? I went to a community college and then I was like, oh, like I got good grades at this community. Like first I was like, oh my God, I got into college. And then I was like, oh, these classes aren't that bad. Like I'm not the stupid blonde everybody said I was. Like I'm not stupid. Like I can do this. Then I transferred and got into Rhode Island College, which was a 4-year school. And I was like, holy shit, I got into a real college, like a state college. And then I realized I was really good at college and that was easy too. And I could handle that pretty easy. And then I went for the nursing program, which was super selective. It was like 20 people out of over 1,000, something like that. And I got chosen for that. And I got in like number 7, I got into the nursing program, and I was like, holy shit, I'm smart enough to get into a very competitive program. So then I excelled in that and got A's in that. And then a semester before I graduated, I bailed out of there. Long story, I'm not gonna tell you that story, but it was definitely time for me to bail. Not happening, the nurse thing. So then I went into a university and I got into URI and I got into the neuroscience program. So now I'm in the neuroscience program at URI and I'm like, fuck, I'm smart. Okay, I'm officially sold, I am smart. I worked my way here. Hi, Janet. I love that my happy and wealthy people are on here. By the way, did you guys notice in there, I am having so many breakthroughs and wins that I can't even name them all. I was like, that's the best ever. That's the best statement I've ever heard. Like literally, like, I don't even know where to begin. I'm having so much breakthrough. I was dying. It was like the best thing to hear in the morning. Good morning, Lisa. Oh my God, hi guys. Okay, so I finally figured out that I was smart. But then of course you guys know how it is. Thank you for the hearts. You guys know how it is. Like we just keep going and going and going. And we're always going to the next level, next level, next level. Like it's just, we never stop. So then I started getting this inkling for, by the way, I figured out why my cat meows so much. She's in heat. She's not fixed yet. She's just a kitten. I was like, oh my God, she just like grew old enough to be in heat. Someone told me this. I didn't know. Good morning, Lisa. Good morning, Georgia. Yay. Everybody's here. Okay. So I started getting this like nagging desire to be really smart, like Brene Brown smart. I don't know, Brene Brown's on one of my radar still to this day. It's like, you know, I hire mentors and the people I hang out with have a very certain vibe. It's a very VIP, very, I want to say bougie, but I think that's I'm not educated on what bougie means. I think that's a compliment, like a neutral term, not an insult. I don't mean it as an insult. I just mean like very high class, high level, VIP, you know, all the things and beauty and stuff like that. And I love that. And it's been so healing for me as like the girl who identified as like the fat welfare girl who was stupid and like could be discarded. Like that's how I identified. So it's been so healing for me to be in that energy and to be around that. And I'm completely comfortable with it now, you know? And I give myself any of the luxury things that I want, but it's also just not that like, I don't really care about it. When it comes down to it, I don't actually care about that stuff. What I do care about is being smart, being Brene Brown style smart. I was even I can't believe I'm telling you guys all this. I had no intention on telling you guys all this, but I'm just gonna tell you. Enjoy your work, Lisa. So I have a branding coach, right? And so when the branding coach was like, what do you love? What inspires you, etc. It was like, Brene Brown and like all these people that have no branding. They're just amazing, incredible people crushing life and completely changing the world and impacting the world. And it was, she's like, that's not branding. Like you got to pick brand. And I was like, oh, but that's like what I aspire to. Right. So anyway, I started getting this nagging, I'm taking a long time to get here. I'm really going to teach you guys how I got to the place where I'm on my A game 24/7. So patience, track with me. Part of it is just understanding and knowing that like, there's literally nothing different about me. Like, I'm not kidding. There's nothing different about, like, when I started my business, I had no business experience whatsoever. I just learned what an SOP was like 6 months ago. I had no clue. And it's why I'm going off too many tangents. Okay. I had no clue about anything. I didn't know how to do funnels, ads, none of that stuff. I never do any of that stuff still. My whole entire business is organic. And I've made it very easy by what I'm teaching you guys today. Okay. So I started to get this like really longing desire to be in genius vibes, which translated into how do I show up every day 24/7 on my A game? Of course, with the exceptions of when my body is telling me to take rest or take time off, or I'm completely done today. I'm going to go jam out to my music and dance and sing, or I'm going to take the kids out. I'm going to go play on the beach. I'm going to do whatever. I have fun all the time, but that's part of being on my A game, right? So basically for me, what being on my A game 24/7 is defined as for me is I'm always showing up in a way that feels like it's in alignment with who I want to be. Now, there's always next levels. And part of the reason that I'm able to feel that way is because I focus on my wins. I don't focus on my failures or the lack of the places I want to get to. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm going to repeat that because that's really important. Part of the reason I always feel like I'm on my A game, right? So like by someone else's definition, like let's say working out, I still struggle with being really consistent on working out. I'd rather study and read and create and play with the kids and whatever. And like, I still struggle with it a little bit, even though every time I do it, I'm so glad I did it. but I'm growing and getting better every single day. Like every day I'm getting a little bit better, and I've like, okay, now I'm comfortable with these places. I go to these massive workout groups. I hired this trainer. Like every day I'm getting better and better, and I'm showing up better than the day before. That to me is being on my A game. You guys understand? Do you agree with that? Like, as long as you got better today than yesterday, and you're watching all the areas of your life slowly get better, and you're upgrading your entire life, then you're on your A game, right? You're not squirreling out, taking 2 steps back, doing the same thing over and over and over and not having results. Like, you're improving every area. So that's to me what on my A game is. So I was desperate to get to the place where I was on my A game 24/7. And what I finally figured out was this. This is what I finally figured out. This is what changed everything for me when it came to this. And I'm still, it's always the next level, right? Like now I'm like, no, you really can be Brene Brown smart. Like this is a thing. Hashtag Brene Brown smart. Hopefully this gets to her, because I feel like that needs to be a thing. So what I figured out was you can't discipline or will your way into that. Like you just can't. You cannot. So let's say showing up for your business, making money. You can't discipline yourself every day for the rest of the next 30 years or 50 years that we're going to be doing this to show up and do all the sales stuff to love your audience and to crush business. Newsflash, it's never going to happen. We know this. Like we know we can't discipline and motivate ourselves into doing that every single day. It doesn't work. But here's what does. Hey, come on, stop it. Oh, yeah, I know. She's in heat. I get it, girl. I feel your pain. And all the girls said hearts. And all the single girls said tons of hearts. Okay, that was funny. I probably shouldn't have said that on the live. Okay, just ignore that part. Okay, so here's the thing that I figured out that changed everything for me. Hey, hold on, let me take care of her. Sunshine. Okay, sorry, that was interesting timing from today. So here is what I figured out that helped me shift into the place where I completely did not understand how people showed up that way and could be so motivated and be consistent and be living to their true potential, like actually really living to their potential and actually on their A game all the time. It's results. It's 100% results. When you're trying to lose weight and you lose that first 5 pounds, you're motivated to lose the next 10. When you're first launching your business and you hit that 10K month, you're motivated to hit the 20K month. When you're crushing life and you're ready to scale your business and you're hitting 80K months, you're ready to scale and hit 200K months. Like it is the results. It's your client stating to you, oh my God, like in my group today, there's so many breakthroughs and so many wins. I don't even know where to begin. There's just so many. I can't even believe. And everybody's like, oh my God, this is life-changing, right? It's like, that motivates me. How could that not motivate you? That's going to motivate you when your clients are getting amazing results, when people are raving and loving, when you're actually getting all of the pieces of your life that really matter to you. My kids, right? Your kids are thriving, they're happier, they're doing better, they're stepping towards their dreams. You feel like you're expanding in your relationships and the dynamic of being around like that value exchange with other people, and you're surrounded by people where there's true value exchange consistently, and you feel like a good person. Your values are in check, your priorities are in check. You're showing up in a way where you feel like you are the person who's leaving the impact that you want to have. You're going to be motivated. So then the obvious question would be like, okay, but I don't know how to get the results. If I knew how to get the results, I would. I need to be motivated to get the results. So it's this cycle, right? No, it's not a cycle. It's not a cycle. And I feel like most people will probably check out at this part, but it's what you need to hear. I'm not gonna lie to you just because you don't want to hear what it actually takes to live to your truest potential. So what I know is you cannot willpower your way into living to your fullest potential. Everybody gets that, right? You guys tracking with me? I can't willpower my way into living to my fullest potential. I can't willpower my way into showing up on my A game 24/7. Not gonna happen, right? But results will drive me. So I'll get to the place where I'm living my truest potential if I have consistent results coming in that are motivating me, right? Because that's what it takes to be motivated, to have results. You're going to be motivated when you have results. So having the results come in so that you can stay motivated and live on your A game 24/7. And then every day that passes, you'll get just 1% better, 1% better, 1% better, 1% more precise, 1% more effective, 1% more motivated, 1% more loving and more giving and more open and more healed and more confident in yourself and more used to wealth and success and more used to, handling dynamics of relationships or boundaries. And you just continue to get better and better and better, right? So how do you do that if you feel like you don't have the motivation? If you've been going through a phase where, like, let's say it's building your business, right? I have the Powerful Sales with Heart group that starts in 3 days. So let's use that as an example, okay? Let's say that you're working to build your business, you're making sales, getting clients, whatever it is, and you're like every single month you're showing up, you're doing genuinely the best that you can, but you're not getting the financial results that you want to. What happens is you start to beat yourself up, you start to get down, you start to believe a bunch of bullshit like, this can't happen, this is hard, I don't know, maybe I wasn't cut out for this, or I'm just gonna be stuck at this level forever, I don't have what it takes to get to that next level, I'm stuck in this niche, I'm stuck in this market, I'm stuck with this product, I'm stuck being this way, like I have to come off this way, I have to choose this way of doing things. Like for a little while there, I thought, I have to be like we're VIP and we're better than everyone and like super high energy, because I went through that phase, right? Because I was healing the like welfare girl, right? So like the pendulum swings. So like I swung over there, healed, came back to where I belong. But there was a story for a little while that I had to stay that way or else like my business would fall apart. Like that's what worked. That's what everybody around me modeled. So I thought I have to do that. That's like, this is the only way to do it. Or what I saw modeled, if I'm being really completely honest, was people who come off really heart-centered and loving, but behind the scenes, they're not. They're shady and they don't keep their word. So I thought if I'm loving and caring, then I would have to be shady and take advantage of people in order to be successful, which I'll never do in a million years. Or I have to be like super bougie VIP in order to have people be successful. That was like a story I was buying into for a little while. Everybody has their shit. Everybody has their stories, right? So what happens if you're not getting results over time, or if you've gotten results and but you're stuck there and you can't break through and go to the next level, you'll start developing these shitty stories because you're not getting the results. So it's just, part of it is just recognizing that it's all bullshit stories. Like it really is all bullshit stories. And I would love to pick one apart at a time. That's what I'm doing in the Powerful Sales with Heart program. I'm literally going to be I'm going to have everyone fill out exactly where they're stuck, what their stories are, patterns are, and I'm going to nail them one by one. Boom, 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 boom. We're going through them, every single one, because it's important. So what I realized was the results was the thing that gave me the motivation. So what gets you the results? 2 things. You have to be brave enough to go all in. What do you want me to say? I invested $25K when I was just coming off of welfare, and I think I had made $4,000 max as a coach. And I invested $25,000 in a year-long program. I was on the kitchen floor crying and freaking out, and I definitely was crapping my pants. Like, I had balls of steel. And it is required. Life is rigged for the bold. And it doesn't have to look like that, right? So I just gave one of the girls a thing. I sold my shit. I did a public fundraiser. And let me just tell you, the public fundraiser was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. That night when I went to bed and I woke up, I did a fundraiser. And the morning when I woke up, I did not want to get out of bed. I just wanted to crawl under my sheets and never get out of bed. Because I was basically asking people to invest in me or to believe in me when I was barely believing in myself. I was just breaking out of the I'm a piece of shit that can be discarded, which is how I really always felt. So yeah, that was really hard. I increased credit card limits. I got new credit cards, personal, business credit cards. I literally I showed up every single day doing everything I knew to generate money for my income. And generate money for my business to keep investing in myself. So I've done ballsy shit. If I was going to pretend that you could just do it in a kind of easy way and it wouldn't require, and I don't mean, nothing I did was complicated, but it was brave. So when I say easy, I don't mean easy it's frantic, it's so hard. I mean it requires bravery and it requires a level of trusting in yourself. You got to trust in yourself, right? So that was the first piece of me getting results. I put my ass in the arena and in the room with other people who could lead me. I always had a mentor. I went 3 months, hell yes, Janet, love it. I went 3 months without a mentor one time, and it was literally the hardest 3 months of my life. I learned my lesson, and it was I have 3 now. I pay over 10 grand a month in coaches. And so that's not any different than people starting out and paying $1,000 a month at their income. It's the same. I always have that tension and that pressure on me. I just know how to handle it really well, right? You become savvy with that pressure because you learn how to enjoy life and relax and trust the process, and you're not, good morning, and you're not, you're no longer stuck on like, is this going to happen? And that kind of energy. You learn to release that and be savvy, because one day I will make a $30 million decision. I already know this. And so I get to learn how to relax and not feel the pressure about it. So if I'm making a $50,000 decision in my head, I'm like, this better be easy. I better make this easy. I need to learn how to make this easy because I'm going to be making a $30 million decision someday. Okay, so number one was bravery. Like, how do I get results? I do brave. I just be really fucking brave. Like, I always leap before I'm ready. I hire team before I feel ready. I've hired support at the house before I felt ready. I've launched programs before I felt ready. I've hired mentors before I felt ready. I've done everything that I've ever done in my business. I basically did way before I felt ready, because you do it when you feel that prompting and that instinct to do it, or when you're smart enough to recognize the second piece right here. So the second piece for me of getting those results, so I always stayed motivated, where I'm now on my A game 24/7, is learning to focus my attention on the skills required, versus, this is what most people do. I'm going to say it bluntly because I love you guys, okay? I'm just going to say it. Most people do whatever makes them look good and look successful, rather than doing the thing that will make them successful, which we don't want. And I watch people do it, and I try to love them and serve them, but some people just can't let go of that. It has to look good. I have to look like I'm further along than I am. Everybody, I've done it. Everybody's done it, but it's the habit of doing it that'll kill you, right? And you get to do what feels good and what makes you feel like it's in alignment and integrity with you, and have like, whatever feels true for you, so that you're excited about it. But that's different than your focus and attention on building your business being what makes you appear successful, versus, and it's a slight shift. It's such a slight shift. Right? It's not like this huge thing, like I'm the superficial person that only cares what I look like. No, it's the difference between I'm focused on making my sales page look so amazing, and I'm focused on my sales and being a woman of integrity who knows how to sell, where I'm literally contributing to other people being able to make the wisest decision for themselves. That is the shift. Can you hear the difference? It's not some big massive thing. It's like my attention and focus is on, so if I know that money is the biggest struggle in my business, then your ass needs to be around people who are making shit tons of money in their business, know how to do it, and know how to do it in a way that's in integrity and alignment for you. Like, every resource you have gets dumped into that. Like, I'm just going to be so blunt. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm really good at that. I'm really good at being like, what is the actual problem here? And my motto is whatever actually works. Not like whatever other people say is appropriate for this, what's socially acceptable for this, what's reasonable for this. I'm completely unreasonable. I'm completely ridiculous. I do whatever will actually work. So for me, learning, like being smart enough to learn what is the skill that'll get me the result I want, and what brave action is required in order for me to get there, right? The rest of it is all obviously in order to get to the place where I'm brave enough, in order to believe in myself, where I'll back myself and take brave action and like invest in massive ways where I'm like, I have no fucking clue how I'm going to make this work. I just know that this is the next move for me, so I'm doing it, is obviously your mindset. Because if you're constantly focused on what if I do this and it doesn't work, or what if I really go for this and I try and I fail and then I find out I'm really not cut out for this, or what if I completely scale my business and then I lose the following and the success that I have, and I put my blood, sweat, and tears in this, everything I have I put into this, I'm the strongest I've ever been. I'm like, what if I really scale this, or I shift this and then it doesn't work? Like, if we're stuck on those fears, you're not going to be brave. So yeah, the number one thing is mindset, obviously, because how can you be brave if you're not showing up that way? You see what I'm saying? So if it's not the powerful, let me put the link in the comments for you. Here's the link to the Powerful Sales with Heart. If it's not this program, it's okay. If this doesn't resonate with you, if my energy doesn't resonate with you, let me just put the link down before I scroll out. Mandy, I don't know if my team's on or not, so mandyperry.com/heart. If it's not this program, I still need you to hear me about what I'm saying. I still need you to stop beating yourself up that you haven't been motivated to get the results that you want to have, because part of the reason you haven't gotten the results is because you're not motivated to get the results. And the reason you're not motivated to get the results is because you're beating yourself up about not getting the results, versus focusing on what I'm telling you guys right now. Focusing on what's your brave next move. Can you get behind? Can you trust yourself? Can you just be like, that feeling inside? I say it all the time. That feeling inside of like, nobody will fucking hurt my daughter. Like, they will not fuck with my daughter. It's a certainty. It's like there's zero question about it. Everybody knows that feeling. You know that feeling. It's about finding that feeling in your business. It's about finding that with leaving your impact in the world. It's about finding that feeling of like, that's how I'll show up and help my clients get results. Like, it's just non-negotiable. It's how it will be, right? And so we start building our energy behind that. What action would you take if you had that sense of certainty, if you knew you couldn't fail? You hear that all the time, but how often do you apply that? Oh, she's bad. Okay, you gotta find something to feed yourself. Okay, hear what I'm saying? If you really knew that you couldn't fail, of course you're gonna have a multi-million-dollar global business, and you understood that you're an incredibly heart-centered person who has values and who will never take advantage of people, won't hurt people. Most people just stop because they find something in sales feels like they're gonna hurt someone, or they're gonna take advantage of someone, they're gonna become something bad, they're gonna care more about money than people, they're gonna push people away, they're gonna like make people feel ick, they're gonna come off salesy. And so it's just about recognizing like, okay, one of the most important things to me is for me to actually, how I sell has to be in a way where it gives value. It's very loving. It's just me giving value to the world and supporting them and helping them break through. I'll do sales if I can do that. If my sales looks like me actually supporting and loving on people, then I will do that. What I'm not gonna do is be the salesy, pushy person, or I'm gonna like charge these extravagant prices that don't feel integrity and alignment with me. Great. So then you would learn that skill. So then what does it take for you to do that? What does it take for you to learn? How do I get my integrity and my alignment and my priorities in alignment, right? In direct alignment with my sales, selling high-end courses, so I'm making the income I want to make in this field. Somebody has to be the best. Somebody has to be the top echelon that people can go to, where the trickle down throughout the whole entire world happens. Why not you? Why not you? Right? So it's like asking smarter questions and getting focused on and finding out, where is the leak there? Where is the leak for you? Right? So you can know exactly where to focus on, right? That's why I break down sales in three distinct pieces for my audience. This is where you're getting stuck. This is where the leak is. So it's very clear, it's very easy. And then we put our attention, we heal that up, and then we expand the places where they're really good. It's so simple, right? So where is your energy leak? Is your energy leak, like even before the 3 phases, are you having an energy leak around you believing in yourself? Are you having an energy leak on you being focused on the money and what if I don't make it back, and being really terrified about the money? Is your energy leak about just you haven't even thought to make sales on your radar? Is your energy leak around that real big cognitive dissonance, like I just want to heal and help people, and you're just shifting to the place where like, but I want to make tons of money too, and you don't really know how to put those two together? Or is your energy leak on, I'm successful, I'm already doing this, I sell every single day, but I'm scared to scale, or I feel like my audience can't afford better prices, but you're turning on burnout now, and like we really there's something that's got to shift here, and so we're just shifting the mindset, like how do I do high end? Are you stuck on how it has to be done, right? Like people think they have to do enrollment calls, or it has to be done some particular way. It doesn't. I get paid $45K through Messenger, right? Like it's just, I've gotten paid $60K just from a Facebook message. Like you do not have to. And there's nothing different about me than you. I just was smart enough to recognize, oh, I feel tons of tension around charging or selling if I don't feel like a good person. Like I'm one of the good guys. I'm the person here who's really truly loving on people and helping them. Not bullshit. Like not like, yeah, I'm gonna come off like I care about them, but really I don't. Really I want the money. That is the shittiest feeling in the motherfucking world. And everybody's experienced that, because when you're wanting to go to the next level financially, your focus and attention is there, and then we get confused thinking that's what matters to us. But it's not what matters to us. You know how I can prove that? I can prove it to you in one swoop. It doesn't matter to you because you're even feeling those feelings. People who actually don't care about people and they care more about money, they don't think about that. That's not on their radar. There's no tension around that. There's no tension. That's why we feel tension, because we care more about people and leaving an impact. The side effect of that is massive financials, and where your attention goes, your success will happen. So of course you're going to focus on sales and the money, and you just get to learn how to do it in a place that's out of complete integrity. And that is why I designed this program, because it was my biggest struggling point. I mean, my God, The amount of tension I felt, like I just wanted to help people. I just want to help them. Like I don't want to worry about charging and money, and like it's not fair that I have to worry about money and blah, blah, blah. Like this, oh my God, the tension I felt around this, right? And like their objections, like how do I know I'm not just learning some technique to sell them on something to get them through their objections when really that wouldn't be in alignment with them? And then later they'd regret the choice they made. Right? Like, come on, I'll tell you the truth. I've had people that said, that have said, people around me that have made massive investments and regretted it when nobody sold them and nobody had an objection on them. That was just something they did. Like all of this is mischief and foul play. So then just like, instead of making it feel like that's an unsolvable problem, these are solvable problems, very solvable. So you learn the skill of how do I actually address an objection with my client, a fear, a worry they have, in a way where I know that I'm just supporting them to do what's best for them. And that, by the way, while I'm learning this skill, your closing rate is going to go up, your sales rate is going to go up, the value that you're giving your audience is going to be massive. My audience always feels like I give tons of value when I'm doing sales, because that's what it is. It is giving value. My job is to help you make the best decision possible. Now, if you join us in the Powerful Sales with Heart program, fantastic. Oh my God, I can't wait to see you in there. I can't wait to love on you and teach you all this. I can't wait to watch your business explode. 100% of the time when I've taught this, people's business has turned around, right? 100% of the time. It is what it is. So I can't wait. However, I'm not stuck on that because my business is exploding. I can't even believe how fast my business is growing and how fast my income is growing and how amazing my life is. So I'm not stuck on that, but guess what? I wasn't stuck on that in the beginning either. Do you know why? Because I knew that I was living my purpose. I knew that I was showing up and I was serving someone, and I knew my only job is to help you get what you said you wanted. That's my only job, and to get you to take action based on that. That action is gonna sometimes be with me, and then sometimes the action is gonna be with somebody else, and sometimes the action is gonna be with something that is complete opposite of what they thought it was gonna be. But it doesn't matter as long as they have clarity and they're at the place where they can make a decision and they've gotten clarity, they're clear what to do in order to back their dreams up, and they're taking action to back their dreams up. That is my job. And life supports life. So while I'm doing that, I'm gonna be well taken care of. And of course my sales increased. Of course because people can feel it. People can feel, and I don't need anything from you. I need nothing from you. I'm literally here to reflect back to you what's available for you, to remind you what you fucking said you wanted, and to help you work through every single thing in between where you are and where you want to be that is stopping you from getting there. The mindset, the shifts, the girls in my Happy and Wealthy program, I haven't taught them one strategy yet, not one single strategy. It's been all concepts. It's the blocks, the way of thinking that are the blocks for you stopping to have the success. And I got my first client. I just booked this out. Just massive breakthroughs with clients, with making sales, with their income. And I haven't taught them one single strategy yet. Now imagine we just cleared all that stuff and then I teach strategy. That's what we're doing, but we're doing this specifically around sales and every single part of sales. So not only that, I'm gonna help you break through all those mindset things, start getting those results so you can start living to your fullest potential. You're gonna feel integrity, so that tension you felt when you start to do it doesn't snap you back to where you started. You're just gonna completely explode because that's removed out of there. Then I'm gonna teach you exactly where your leak is. Where's your zone of genius in sales and where is your leak? You're gonna know exactly where to look and exactly what to fix. You're gonna know how to do it forever in your business. And then not only that, then I'm teaching you strategy. Every sales trick I've ever learned, every single technique and thing, so then you can pick and choose which one feels good for whatever thing you're doing. You're gonna have this mass selection of things to be able to pick from, and they're easy. They're so easy, and they're fun, and they're engaging, and they create warmth with your audience. And then I'm going to teach you exactly how, and only then, because then you're gonna have your own structure and your own values and stuff. Then I'm gonna show you exactly how I do all the sales in my business. I'm gonna completely break down how Mandy Perry Inc. does sales. Me and my team are gonna see how everything's done so that you can see okay, this is a format. So now I feel comfortable, I feel in value, I feel in integrity. I know how to do sales that's effective. I know how to do it in a way where I'm loving my audience. I'm creating that vibe where they love paying me. They love showing up and doing life with me. They love being part of the things I create. And then so then that's cleared out of the way. So you're feeling good about doing sales, you're loving it, you're showing up doing it. And then you're gonna see how to maximize it with your zone of genius, how to clean up the areas where you have leaks and where it's the most struggle, what's been causing the mischief. And then you're gonna learn massive strategy. Then you're gonna see an example of how it's all done so you can compare it to that and pick and choose what you want to and see sort of a structure to run it through. I just feel like it's the greatest thing I've ever created. It's definitely gonna be the staple of my business. And I'm just absolutely dying. So, okay. So after all that, I can't wait to see those who join us in the group, mandyperry.com/heart. For the rest of you, if there are people who aren't going to be joining us, at least look at where are you feeling the most tension with sales, and ask smarter questions. Instead of feeling like it is some universal truth, it's not true. You are a heart-centered, amazing, incredible human being who's here to change the world and help and heal people and to thrive while you do it. There's nothing greater than that. And you get to have it. You've seen examples of it everywhere. It's obviously possible. So all that's happening is the way you're thinking right now about it, or the skill sets that you have to back it up, are not contributing to you having that. So you get to ask yourself smarter questions. Get clear, what is the stuff? I'll help you do this in the group if you're struggling with that. But if you're not going to, at least sit down and sit your ass down, set your timer for 20 minutes and really get clear what is holding you back in sales, because sales is the foundation of your entire business. We need your business thriving and in a state of overflow and massive amounts of finances and abundance and sales and clients, so that you're not worried and stuck on that. Because guess what? Once you free up that, once the money's taken care of, the clients are taken care of, your values and integrity, you feel like a good person whose business is a good thing in the world, and you're a good thing in the world, and you're creating healing and massive value. Once all that's freed up, guess what? Now you're free to just create in your zone of genius, to become the genius you're desperate to become, and to really love and serve and see. Like, I see my clients. I'm so intentional about the things I create. I'm intentionally able to track my clients to really celebrate the results, and like, that's all the good feels. That's it. You've arrived, right? Like, that is the place where I can't believe I get to do that. I wake up every day like, I can't believe my life is like this. I can't believe I'm on my A game every day. I can't believe how much I love my clients and how much they love me, and I'm so blessed, and I can't believe I get paid to do this, and I can't believe I get paid this much to do this, and like, life is just fucking amazing and incredible, and there's such an energy flow and exchange, and you're building a whole tribe unit that, like, it's like we're the same and we're doing life together, and you really get to focus on that. And there's no more distraction about the money. There's no more distraction about if I get my clients results. There's no more distraction about how do I come up with sales content and what do I say next, and I don't know what I'm doing, and how do I write the sales copy. Because by the way, learning the skill of selling from your heart is also going to translate into your sales copy. It's going to and I teach all this. I teach you Facebook Lives. I teach you sales pages. I teach you how to do emails. I teach you every single part of your business where you're doing sales. I teach you how to do it. It's all, and you're going to know how to do it with excellence, and you're not going to have to worry about it anymore. It's going to revolutionize your entire world, your entire business. You're going to start to feel the CEO vibes versus the I'm just a coach, or I'm just a representative, or I'm just a singer, I'm just a whatever. No. You're the motherfucking CEO of your brand and your company, out there changing the world, on track for multi-millions, and we're gonna show up this way, and you're gonna understand how to do that, so that that energy is freed up from that messy stuff, and you can truly do what you're meant to do in the world, which is my greatest purpose, is to help you do what you're truly meant to do in the world. And then you impact your clients or your community or your tribe or your buyers, and then they attract, and they then heal, and they go expand to theirs, and on that domino effect goes, and we are changing the world together. You and I, this tribe, we're actually truly changing the world. Every single one of you that has invested in my company, invested in yourself, has supported me, shared the Facebook Lives, tagged your friends, participated in things, just, shown you, giving your testimonials, or shown your appreciation or your ahas, and even just engaging and telling me what you learned and what you didn't, and telling me your breakthroughs and the things that you realized. All of that stuff contributes to this. Like, just that alone is contributing to impacting the world, let alone learning the skill to be at the top end of your, to be one of the few that really know how to do that skill without the tension of, am I a bad person? Am I being salesy? Am I going to fail at this? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it's massive. Sales changes the world, changes the economy. It's massive. It's incredible. I'm so excited to do this. So I hope that serves you guys. If you feel like you got value, please feel free to share the video. Let me know in the comments below what comes up for you. I'm really curious. I really want to hear, where are you stuck with sales? What is this, what insight do you have already? What insight do you have to sales? Has it been on your radar? Have you do you identify as an entrepreneur? Did you recognize that you do sales, and you have to know the skill of sales, and that you are a salesperson actually, and that actually you can do it with heart and integrity in a way where your sales is the value that you can give your clients? That is the value. It's that process of getting them to the place where they're at, to the place where they can just be clear enough and brave enough and in a position where they can make the best decision for themselves. Has that been on your radar? So let me know where you guys are at with that. I'm genuinely curious. I'm going to be reading, and I'm going to be paying attention, because this is going to be a staple program moving forward. in my business, and I want to cover all the pieces because this is everything. This is the foundation of every business, and I want to do it with absolute excellence. So any feedback that you have, I would love to hear in the comments below. And the rest of you who join us, I can't wait to see you in the group. You'll have a chance to share any little pieces, and I'm gonna help you get really clear. You'll know, right? In the group, like you'll know exactly where your energy was leaking and exactly how to maximize it, end of story. Like you will know crystal clear. And by the way, it's a little side note, it doesn't really matter, but I think it's incredible, and you will too once you go through it. Might not make sense yet, but you'll see once you go through it. When I teach you this sales stuff and you see what was the mischief in your sales, you're going to see how that's exactly the mischief in your entire corporation, company, business. And you're going to know moving forward how to make sure your entire company stays on point and doesn't have those same leaks, and you can expand on the same strength in your entire company with your hires, with your employees, with everything to do with your company. My mind was blown when I figured out how to teach this. So I am excited. Thank you for being on the live with me this morning. I love you guys. Let me know in the comments. I'm really anxious to hear. I'm really looking forward to hearing where you're at and your feedback with sales. Us love bugs, we had a lot of tension in the sales until we learned this stuff. So, and I hope this has also encouraged you to put this on your radar and to really pay attention to this and let this be a priority, because it's a priority. If you haven't heard that yet in the live, this needs to be your priority. Like this needs to be a priority until it's complete and it's cleaned up and you love it and you feel like an expert in it and you feel like it's not something that you have to waste your time and energy on anymore. Makes sense? Okay, guys, I love you so much. MandyPerry.com/heart. If you didn't get that earlier, if you didn't watch the beginning, go back and watch the beginning of this replay. This is really good shit. And once you like really get this, it'll just instinctively be part of your wisdom now. And you recognize, don't beat yourself up. It's about the results. The results comes by bravery and by asking smarter questions and by recognizing what the priority needs to be and letting yourself go through a season of learning the skills and being successful versus having to feel like you have to look successful. You don't have to. You just get to do the things that make you wildly successful. Fuck all the rest of it. Like, can't be fucked with the rest of it, right? Like, we're here to impact the world, not to be caught up in any other things that pull us away from that. You're welcome. Okay, I love you guys. Have a fantastic day.